Hi, it's Matt here. We have the pet camera here with us today. This has actually got a 1080p sensor in it, so 1080p HD video, which is fantastic, along with a laser. Now the laser pointer is there designed to be able to entertain your pet during the day, which is great when you're at work for maybe 8, 9, 10 hours a day, whatever you're doing. You're able to remotely check in with your dog or cat or any pet that you have, and see if they're doing okay, checking on what they're up to, seeing if they're destroying your sofa or potentially barking when you're out. Really straightforward to set this one up, works on Apple and Android and Windows as well. This camera solution is going to be fantastic for anyone who is getting a bit of that guilt from actually being at work all day. There's nothing worse than maybe getting a new pet, new dog, cat, echidna, whatever you've got, then having to be away from them for such a long time. They get anxious, you get anxious. Being able to actually see them anywhere they are in a room is great. The fact that this one can swivel left and right, up and down, remotely controlled by yourself from your phone, means that you can leave them in a bigger area, potentially in your backyard or in your house, and you're able to move the camera to just check on where they are, what they're doing, give you that peace of mind, which I really love. The interactive nature of it as well, being that there is a laser pointer that you can put on the ground to help entertain them. There's some preset routes you can do as well, so you're not having to sit there and swipe left and right, up and down. You can actually just press one button and the camera will move wherever you want it to. Makes it simple to use, keeps them entertained, and just gets them stimulated while you're not there to play with them, which is brilliant. These cameras are Wi-Fi connected, which is great, so just straight through your home router. It uses your 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth on the router, which is really important to note. They're also motion activated, so you can get alerts sent to your phone whenever your pet does move, or whenever there's movement in front of the camera itself. They also do operate at night time really well, so a little ring around the outside of infrared LEDs. This will create really easy to see pictures, even in pitch black, which is excellent for a camera this size. Now we're going to jump into some of the technical side of the camera, so I'm going to show you what's in the box, and I'm also going to show you how to set it up. Let's show you just quickly what is in the box. We have our IP camera on the front, laser pointer, infrared LEDs. On the back we have our antenna, power input, memory card input, LAN input if you want to connect it via Ethernet. Most people will just use Wi-Fi. We have mounting hardware that actually comes with this in the box. We've got 4 screws and plugs to mount it into a brick wall if you wish. And this is the mounting plate that attaches to the bottom of the camera. Simply mount this to the wall first, place the camera like this, and rotate. Easy. We also have the power supply, which is 5 volt, 2 amp DC power supply. First steps first, we're going to set it up on the iPhone. So leave the camera unplugged at this point, jump into your app store. The name of the app is called iCloud. So that's E-Y-E, cloud. So picture with the orange camera. Ours is already downloaded, so I'm going to open it up. When you first open the app, you will need to register. So click on the register tab here, pop in your username and password there, and then go submit. We've already made an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And click on add device and IP camera. You want to make sure you're doing the wireless installation. Also note, if you do have other IP cameras around your house, it could pick it up. Type in your password for your Wi-Fi and confirm. Make sure the volume is up.
Wireless is connecting.
So that's what we want to hear. That's confirmed. Only took about 10 seconds. It's now configuring the camera. We're going to let it count down to 0. While this is going, you can check underneath here. You can see that unique identifier for your camera. And you can just double check against there. Yep, perfect. Now we're going to check, name the camera. We'll call it Pet Cam. And click Add. Beautiful. So, we now have the IP camera set up. So the original password is going to warn you there. It's still the original password, so you can modify the password. It needs to be at least 8 characters long. There we go. Now if I click on here, we can get a live feed. And if we move camera around and move it up, you can see the laser pointer. I'm going to turn that off using this button at the top right, and then we can swipe to move the camera. Not a great angle of me. Now move it down, back over. I'll show you some of the preset features as well. So top left, you can click on here. And now we're going to go and we'll just do this one here as an example. And without me touching anything, no hands, you can see that going up and down, up and down. Now before you do this, make sure you do have the laser switched on so that we can see the laser. Pretty straightforward. Left and right, turn it up, on and off. And to stop it, you can just take over it manually. This does have quite a few other settings as well. So down the bottom, we can take a snapshot. It's going to ask to access your photos. So that'll be saved to your phone. You can also do live recordings. You can also record to the memory card inside the camera. But this is now recording via the internet to my phone. You can, with the two-way audio, speak through it. So if I hold down the microphone, testing. Very noisy. Shouldn't be doing that right next to the camera. And you can listen in. So if I hold down, if I click on the headphones, I can hear myself talking. In the button down the bottom right, we've got those presets, vertical, up and down. You can also have it preset to a certain position. So say if you want to have it always at this particular angle for this room, you can jump in here and add that as a preset. At any point, you can then go back and tap on that reset and the camera will go back to it. For example, let's bring it down, click in, tap on that preset, camera goes straight back to where it was. Doesn't matter where it is, if you go back, click on that reset, it remembers that particular rotation, up, down, left, right. Very easy. Now we're going to make sure that now that we have tested all the functions of the camera and we can see that it's working properly as it should, we're now going to make sure it's connected to our home Wi-Fi. Best way to do that is click on the gear icon, go under Wi-Fi settings, click on your 2 GHz network, type in your password, confirm it, Do not power the camera off at this point. This is now connecting this camera directly to your Wi-Fi network, so not peer-to-peer, it'll now be connecting it to your router. That will allow you to view the camera operator, everything we just did, without being connected to your home network. You can then, all you will need is an internet connection. That can be 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi at work, wherever you are, as long as your phone has an internet connection, that will allow you to view it. It's going through that first turn on procedure. And we've got Wi-Fi set up successful. That's what you want to see. So now, what I can do, just to demonstrate this, is jump in, turn off the laser, and I'm actually going to turn off my Wi-Fi. So I could be anywhere in the world right now. I'm running on Optus 4G, and we are going to go back, give it a few seconds to connect. Now the path the video this is taking, this is connected to your home Wi-Fi. Your home internet is then uploading it to the servers, and via your app you can download it being on any internet connection itself. So we're just going to be patient with it here. This will depend on the upload speed of your home internet. Clearly everyone in the office today is watching YouTube videos like this. There we go. So we have running on 4G. My phone is being a little bit slow. And just like that, it's connected to you over any internet connection. There we go. 4G anywhere in the world. And you can still control it. So now if you've got a friend or family member who also wants to view your camera, once it is set up and connected to your network, what you can do is click on the little cog icon at the top right, then go device share. This brings up this unique QR code. You can save this image and then send it manually to a friend, someone if they're not nearby. But if they are nearby, we've got an Android phone here. Once you've downloaded the app and signed in with your account, all you need to do is actually click the plus button on the top right and go scan. This brings up the QR reader. We'll then scan the QR code. Make sure it doesn't have a reflection. There we go. And we'll go add camera. So now it's doing its initial connection, and we can view it on both phones. So we can see you can turn the laser on and off with either phone and control the camera and see what's going on. Love it. This setup is quite basically the same on Android. If you've got any questions or concerns, please call us or reach out to us via the instant chat on the website. So we have a couple commonly asked questions on this camera. So the first one is, what Wi-Fi network is it going to connect to? Often when you get your router from your internet service provider, you'll have two networks. You're going to have a 5 gigahertz network and you're going to have a 2.4 gigahertz network. You want to connect to the 2.4 or the 2G network. Often this is the one, if you've got two separate networks, you'll have one that says such and such 5G, and then you'll have another network that just has no name on it at all. That's the one you want to connect to 9 times out of 10. If you have questions, please give us a call or chat us on the website. The other commonly asked question we've got is, does this one actually have preset positions? Yes, you can. A single push on the app and you can make a pan, tilt up and down, left and right. Really simple. One commonly asked question that we have as well, during the setup phase, we highly recommend actually downloading the app, setting up your account, and then switching on the camera. I found when I was doing lots of testing that the talking on the camera at the beginning just distracted me from actually setting up the app. So plug it in once you've got the app downloaded and logged in with your account. Makes it really, really straightforward.